The quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. London about set to take over on offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They go play action here on first. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Let's go. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. London about set to take over on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say now he... And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. London about set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Mike 40, check, he's coming. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
They'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the loosey. Hey. 4 down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Mike 40.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 22. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Muscles him off. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Open man there is Malone. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Malone. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon in charge.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Cleveland.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, after their wild, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Bulldogs are able to at least get one score back. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They will take over.
London about set to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. And on now is the punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On play action, they'll throw out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Finding room to the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
He's scared. Mike 40, check, he's coming. And watch the leg.
Back to throw again. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Second and 10.
Okay, just like that. 40's the mark.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Okay, baby, let's go.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the Browns are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. Past the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Bulldogs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns continue to roll. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. London about set to take over on offense. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And this offense on third down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down, so they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And now the Browns coming out on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He finds his man complete. It's Griffin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! That's caught from 6 yards away. And the Bulldogs are able to claw one back. A try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Just a 4-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. London about set to take over on offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. If we saw another example of it there. That's caught. It's Malone. He's at the 50. 30. Pushing his way through and way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there on the catch and run. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.